Crew Motorfest is coming to the PS5 Pro. Wait, no, it's already going to be on the PS. I mean, it's getting an exclusive enhanced version is what I meant. But I've only got a PS5. So, subscribe so that I can actually justify spending 700 quid on a PS5 Pro. Basically, just so I can get you guys that video. I can show you the comparison day one. And when I say day one, I mean day one. This video is all the information on the PS5 Pro update that we have, including some footage, but there will be more, so subscribe if you want to catch the new information as we get it. Especially as the island is only 1 month away. Well, this is the first tweet regarding any kind of graphics change, really. This one is about the mirrors, though, and we already talked about the mirrors in a separate video, but some information that I didn't have at that time that I do now is that the mirrors are going to be current gen only. Now, the Crew Motorfest does run on PS4s, Xbox One S's and X's, etc, etc. And those platforms are not gonna get the mirrors. But you don't have to own a PS5 Pro to get the mirrors. It will just be on PS5. And actually, let me address this down here, as it's the most liked reply by the looks of it. Unlock FPS is so much harder than you would think it would be. Well, people don't realize, and sure, it shouldn't be like this in the first place, but the physics are tied to the FPS. Meaning, if they unlocked FPS, people with higher frames would unironically be that much percentage quicker. Like, their cars would go faster. So it's a whole lot of work to get unlocked frames properly. And I'd rather get unlocked frames properly than I would get unlocked frames quickly. Unlock field of view? Look, I'll be honest, yeah, 100%. I don't know about third person, but first person field of view, yes, please. It would be actually really, really nice, especially now with the mirrors. Look, it's most likely just so that things can be loaded out immediately once they're not in shot, and so that the game doesn't have to load too much. It's definitely a lag thing, probably. I'd assume so, at least. A lag and a rendering thing for conserving when something isn't in shot. So, hopefully, Ivory Tower for PS5 Pro and PC, an FOV slider would be quite nice. DLSS? I thought Nintendo stopped making that. Oh, it's just like an Nvidia thing. I mean, it seems to be Nvidia specific. Okay, I guess. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice. It's just saying it'd be nice to get more frames on specifically Nvidia cards. Sure. All I mean that is to say is that this stuff here, it's not worth being like, poof, mirrors, poof, poof. But then let's actually get to the PS5 Pro version. We have the first bit of information here with a brand new shot that we've not seen yet. We haven't looked at this image. It's a brand new shot. And then a very useful image right here is an actual bulk of the information, specifically from this guy. The Crew Motorfest improved IQ with PSSR. I guess that's the communist version of PlayStation. Pre-startup safety review. Oh, PlayStation's upscale. Okay. So thanks to the PlayStation's upscaling, we will actually be able to play 4K 60. Oh, that TV you saw will actually come in pretty handy then. Better detailing at longer distances. We're gonna get to that when we get to the gameplay. The caption there actually mentions available day 1, November 7th. Now the update comes out November 6th. November 7th is the release of the PS5 Pro. So, it's as close to day 1 of the update as you can get. The update comes out November 6th, and then we get the PS5 Pro version November 7th, the day right after, or at least that's when people should be getting their deliveries of the PS5 Pros. Of course, it's gonna vary based on many things. Hopefully, you guys subscribe and I can justify 700 quid! And mine arrives on time. Look, I'm doing it so you don't have to. I'm doing it so you don't have to. And then finally, this was posted today. Or, well, yesterday, if you watch this on day of release. With another brand new shot, the Porsche 911 GT3 RS, I remember the name, in the bamboo fields, and it looks phenomenal. Again, 4K, 60 FPS as well. That's gonna be smooth as butter. Oh, it's gonna look so good. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. But This, of course, comes with the caption, "Feel the thrill of the road with the enhanced edition of the Crew Motorfest on PS5 Pro, available day one." What does this look like? Now, it has been a big struggle getting actual footage of it. I've reached out in places, and I might reach out to PlayStation UK themselves. If anyone at PlayStation UK is watching, reach out to me. I'm trying to reach out to you to get my hands on some public footage, because Digital Foundry went to an actual event and got the footage from there. So a massive shout out has to go to Digital Foundry. I mean, look, a channel my size doesn't have to be shouting them out, but this footage that I'm about to show you is from Digital Foundry. This is what they had to say about it.
The Crew Motorsport from Ubisoft.
Oh, okay, wait, no, we got hit with the Crew Motorsport. No, damn it, I haven't heard that mix up in a while.
There it is. I'm curious to see what they've done with that.
It is very similar to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth in that it's doing just one pro mode with PSSR,
Ooh.
60 FPS, 4K target. It looks way more detailed than the old performance mode, which looked a little blocky to me, a little soft, not very good. Again, in these side-by-sides, they were able to show me.
I mean, it's going to be 4K this time. 4K!
More detailed than the old performance mode, which looked a little blocky to me, a little soft, not very good. Again, in these side-by-sides, they were able to show me. There were some issues, again, when kind of focusing out into the kind of middle part of the image, looking at stuff over time, you were seeing a bit of that instability, and I am able to show you that with some of the B-roll they provided, some of that instability, some of that breakup, but it's got way more image detail than before, like a really stunning amount of image detail here, so I think it's definitely a very worthwhile upgrade. Here, there's no RT, no ray tracing in general. Some settings, they said, have been improved beyond resolution, so maybe some LODs, things like that possibly have been improved, maybe shadow resolution. They said some of the settings, basically from the old fidelity mode, were being kind of moved over here. It's also an interesting game because they actually had a little performance readout in the bottom right-hand corner from the dev kit, and it was mostly at 60, but it was dropping the occasional frame, and I was able to perceive that not just on the performance monitor, but with my eyes. So that these demos were generally being run on 4K panels at 60 hertz, I believe, without VRR. And then some of the demos were at, on these 8K panels, these 8K Sony panels, kind of just giving you some flavor for it. But in general, I was not noticing frame rate drops too much in these titles, so I think they were running at a pretty good level. But here in this game, I was noticing like little tiny drops, maybe a couple over the course of a race. But again, early days, we've got a month and a half until launch. And this already looks really good. Runs pretty well. Yeah. And it's a very satisfying upgrade. I mean, I did not play that much of the Crew last year, but it looks pretty good here. Very 4K-like, kind of what you want out of a PS5 Pro upgrade, I think. It's quite a satisfying experience, I'd say.
And of course, there is many other games they talk about in this video, so if you want to hear about any single one of those, Digital Foundry's video is the place to go. So essentially, one of the main things is the render distance is much improved, and you don't really notice it much unless you're really looking for it. I know I don't while I'm playing, but things definitely are pixelated and mushy and strange at distance, and then have a very obvious now coming into loading. In that clip from the Digital Foundry video, I would have been zooming into different things to show you what I mean. And the new upgrade is gonna hopefully, well, should get rid of that. Now, apparently, frame rate drops are still an issue, but, you know, it's gotta be the Crew at its DNA, of course. Frame rate drops, it's a rough one. It's a hard knock life, ain't it? That's it. Welcome to the Crew. But I mean, just being able to play the game in 4K 60 is gonna be insane. Because at the moment, as far as I'm aware, the game makes you choose. Because at the moment, you are definitely doing 30 if you're picking 4K or playing 4K. What do I even play? I don't know. I'm only on high graphics? How long have I only been on high graphics? What the hell? How long have I been on high graphics? This is like finding out my game was in French all over again. How long was I in only high? But render distance is a big one, and apparently there are other things on top of all of it that are going to... I'm sorry. The visual improvements to this game are brilliant and all. The mirrors, the 4K 60. Please update the traffic AI. I mean, please. Look, these two are the best examples I could ever ask for. please update the traffic AI. It is a 2020, a perfectly fine 2024 game with 2004 game traffic AIs. I mean, that I say that with love, but that's horrid. That's horrid. But at the moment, that's all the footage I could find. If you know anywhere else where there's more footage of the Crew Motorfest PS5 version, let me know so I can check it out and show it to you and get that information. And hopefully they show us some information themselves as well. And I obviously can't get you this this shot with the Rimac Navira, but I will leave you with some comparisons: the Electric Odyssey event and the Automobili a Lamborghini event. Thank you to popular members, especially thank you to famous members, and an insane thank you to star members. We don't have any. Become a star member, and an insane top thank you to icon members. HK, I will see you guys in the next one. That's about it from me in a bit.
Take these nitro lanes to refill your nitro batteries. Don't make fun of me, but to me, EVs like that Porsche is like a new power joining the car universe. Like a friggin' superhero. What? I mean it.